Founders Fellowship Program is a Bill of Rights Institute program where we have teachers from all over the country, and they come to Washington, D.C. for an intensive week of professional development.
My name is Grace Struxma, and I live and teach in Draper, Utah.
My name is Ryan Millay. I'm from Beloit, Kansas, north central Kansas.
Stephen Kaftan. I hold the rank of Major at the New Mexico Military Institute.
Hi, my name is Stacy Walton, and I'm from Odessa, Texas, which is West Texas.
My name is Karen Kurnick, and I'm from Rock Springs, Wyoming.
My name is Rodney Wren. I'm from Wichita, Kansas. I teach at Wichita Collegiate Upper School.
Well, my name is Joe Twan Daniels. I currently teach at Summit High School in beautiful Summit County, Colorado. I live in Breckenridge, Colorado ski country, and super stoked to be here in D.C.
My name is Heidi Rubich, and I teach high school in Rock Springs, Wyoming. I'm originally from Montana. I have taught for 12 years, and I love teaching high school students. I love social studies. I think the most important thing that social studies teachers can do is give our kids a way to judge what's truthful, what's not truthful, and make their own decisions.
We're conducting Founders Fellowship this week with 44 teachers from across the country, and our topic is the First Amendment. Students don't always immediately engage with understanding the Constitution and the principles behind it, so it's our job at the Bill of Rights Institute to equip teachers with classroom-friendly lessons that will help them open up those essential constitutional principles and concepts.
I have an intense interest in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the various seminars that I have attended thus far have strengthened that understanding of the Bill of Rights and Constitution, and in turn, that can be passed on to cadets at the military institution in the various disciplines in the social science department.
It's pretty cool to just kind of sort of be immersed in the content that we love as teachers, but also too, I really enjoy the fact that we get a chance to meet with people that we don't necessarily know, form friendships and relationships, all centered around the passion that we have in terms of being not only history teachers, but teachers of American government as well.
It's incredible because I get to be a learner. Rather than be a teacher, I get to actually absorb all of this. So I get to take notes, listen to people who know so much more than I do.
We have scholars come and they present lectures to the teachers. The Bill of Rights Institute staff run through lesson demonstrations for the teachers, and we provide an extraordinary amount of supplemental materials and classroom demonstrations of lessons for them. We also have discussion groups, and we tour around Washington, D.C., and we do a lot of programs out at several different museums and courts.
I love the lesson plans that they give. They're just something that's completely different that the kids hadn't done and I wouldn't have thought of on my own. So I really enjoy that. But my favorite part is probably just talking to teachers and having the time in the evening to hang out and talk to each other and enjoy that kind of company.
It has been very intense this week. I'm looking forward to just continuing to get ideas from other teachers. Teaching for 23 years, after a while it gets kind of, I hate to use the word stale, but you need to be rejuvenated. So I'm looking for other ideas to incorporate into my classroom. And thus far, I mean, the program has just been wonderful.
My first year of teaching was this past year, so being relatively new to the profession, I'm super excited about the Founders Fellowship with the Bill of Rights Institute. Not only for the lectures and the resources I've been given, but just to interact with the other social studies teachers here who have a lot more experience, who maybe teach in different types of schools, and just see what they have to offer.
My undergraduate work is not in education, so for someone who has no particular training in pedagogy, specifically the teaching resources that BRI offers is absolutely incredible, and I know that there are other people who do have years and years of pedagogical training and they think the same thing, and I'm not going to try to speak for them, but certainly for somebody like me who essentially is a new teacher to this subject material, having the ability to go through and at least look through and examine some different ideas on how to present that stuff, how to teach that stuff in the classroom, I think is just highly beneficial.
The more that I have progressed as an educator, I'm starting to realize that it's extremely important for the students to find truth for themselves as opposed to accepting my version of the truth. And I think using documents for students to wrestle with a lot of the same issues back in the past that they're wrestling with today just shows that pretty much this country was founded on human principles. We mess things up, but we also have the opportunity to get them right.
One, the curriculum is phenomenal. Two, both of the speakers that we've had, Dr. Munoz and Dr. Downs, have just been absolutely fascinating, full of content. So it's been a good balance of curricula and lessons and speakers to help with that content. The site visits have been phenomenal. I really appreciated getting a chance to look at the National Archives this morning, spend some time here in the museum this afternoon, and I'm looking forward to the Supreme Court tomorrow. So I think the whole setup of the Founders Fellowship is just a great, great setup.
Main theme for this week is to help teachers communicate to their students how vital all of the protections of the First Amendment are. So religion, speech, press, assembly, petition, these are the fundamental tools for citizens to learn to exercise their liberty, and equally important, to conduct themselves in civil society as virtuous beneficiaries of the liberties communicated to us through our heritage.
I think that a fellow teacher or administrator could look to the Founders Fellowship to, one, make connections with other colleagues across the country that they are going to have connections with, that they can share lessons with. Two, they're going to find some phenomenal content in the professors that will speak. Three, they're going to get great curriculum with the resources that are provided, and just adding to their base of knowledge.
And so I just always try to encourage teachers to go to the website, look at the resources, use the documents and use them not necessarily in a manner that you would think would misconstrue your students' understanding, but that's something else that I like about the Bill of Rights. It's like you guys give us a framework to do what we feel like we know is best for our students. And so I would just encourage people to give it a shot. I tried you guys out like, good gracious, when I first started teaching a long time ago, didn't know what I was doing with civics and government, found a whole bunch of awesome resources that I was able to tweak. Seems like every year you guys do something different to keep me stoked. This is one of the reasons why I love to be a part of not only things like the Founders Fellowship, but the day seminars that are done all over the country, as well as the weekend colloquium. So again, just to reiterate, I'd say give it a shot. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but you won't know that until you try.